good solutions solve multiple problems. So as a policy person, when I think about a good solution, I'm thinking like, how many legs does it have? Where it's about to march to? So here's the city of Detroit. We obviously have problems. Like nobody can turn a blind eye to get away from our problems. We have housing problems and poverty, crime and all that stuff, but we're not thinking about it in a way that affirms the standing agency and voice of residents.
Charity never shrank away from calling out racism and sharing a vision of justice and opportunity for all. She was in demand, perhaps too much so, and rarely turned down an invitation to speak, to create connections, and to grow the movement. Often traveling long distances by bus and train, never complaining of the time and discomfort involved. When looking back on the legacy of the late Charity Hicks, one can see glimmers of her love all over Detroit. Though she is no longer with us physically, her spirit is stronger than ever. The love she had for this city and its people is evident in the response to her loss and the celebration of her life and her work. Charity was raised in Detroit on the Lower East Side, very near to the Detroit River. The location of her childhood had a profound impact on her, and as a result, she maintained a loving relationship with Detroit and with water for her entire life. Recently, she was referred to as a warrior on the front lines for the fight for the human right to water. Charity was the founder of the Detroit People's Water Board, a group that opposed Detroit's water shutoffs to low-income residents. She was also a founder of the Great Lakes Commons Network. Most recently, she was the policy director for the East Michigan Environmental Action Council. Her love reached far and wide across Southeast Michigan and beyond. Some words that have been used to describe Charity include community leader, commons advocate, visionary, healer, big heart, cheerful, energetic, etc. She was a movement weaver and a master gardener. She was a fellow of the Eat for Health, Equitable Food, and Agricultural Policy Fellowship and a clinical research associate for human subjects with the Detroit Health Disparities Research Center of the University of Michigan. Charity's service allowed her to serve on many communities and boards, including Detroit Public Schools Health Council, Detroit Grocery Store Coalition Steering Committee, People's Water Board Detroit, Future Task Force of the Community Development Advocates of Detroit, Great Lakes Pioneers Detroit, and the Green Task Force Water Subcommittee. Charity Hicks was a tidal wave of positive energy that washed over Detroit. Although her physical presence is absent, her mission and dreams are still attainable. It is up to us to continue her efforts and struggle.